Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to SUPCON Technology Digital Transformation Workshop. My name is Teo Kim Hock, responsible for international business. Today, I will be sharing our digital transformation approach and portfolios developed to help the process industry for better safety, efficiency, and agility. I will be dividing my presentation into three parts. The first is about the industry view on digitalization. Second is what is digital operation, followed by SUPCON technology approach to digital operations. Digital transformation is now an industrial buzzword. Many organizations has appointed C-level executives to lead the transformation, to fundamentally change the way their organization create values and deliver values. Let's take a look at most recent annual global CEO survey conducted by PwC. This survey was conducted at the beginning of the year, so it's a good indication of industry view on digital transformation. In responding to the questions on long-term investments in next 3 years, nearly half the CEOs plan to increase their rates of digital investment by 10% or more. This illustrates the importance of digital transformation being intensified by the COVID-19 pandemics. Next, let's look at the results of another recent survey, the Digital Vortex Survey conducted by IND, the Institute for Management Development. The Digital Vortex Survey is a biannual survey, so the data collected in February 2019 and February this year reflects the impact of COVID-19 has on global digitalization. Here, I would like to highlight one of the survey findings on digital strategy. 61% responded think their organization digital strategy is fragmented, against 53% in 2019. So, some of the organization digitalization gaps are being highlighted in this pandemic time because of increased reliance on digital technology in our fight against COVID-19. In the same survey, 90% agree that digitalization will have a major impact on their organization. Now, this survey shows that although digitalization is pervasive throughout the economy, it is still a work in progress for many organizations. Next, let's look at one of the industry players, their plans on digitalization. Covestro is one of the global leaders in chemical industry, and they have clear digitalization plan to actively exploiting the digitalization for growth. Covestro pursue digitalizations along 3 dimensions. 1, digital operations. 2, digital customer experience. And digital business model. Digital operations is about smart and integrated data, making production process much more efficient and increase assets availability. One example is their use of mobile computing to improve maintenance efficiency. Digital customer experience is a lot about communication, and Covestro is leading the chemical industry with its plan for fully integrated digital communication with business partners and customers. Digital business model. The digital world offers entirely new ways of doing business for and with customers. So, for example, they have established a lab with Haier Group, a global leading household appliances in Qingdao, China. The laboratory is for the digitalizations of appliances productions. Covestro played the role of a polymer supplier to Haier Group, and through this laboratory, they will be able to find way of learning their customers' business. in more details. Next, let's look at what is digital operations. The modern automation industry has significantly shaped the way process manufacturing industry operates over the years. When PID feedback controller was first introduced in mechanical form back in 1930s, the plant is basically field operated, with many field operators going around the plants, making adjustments to the single loop controllers. When DCS was introduced in the 70s, centralized control with CCR, Central Control Room, built close to the process units becomes the standard operations. This centralized control significantly improved operational efficiency. So one panel operator can now monitor and control more than 200 control loops. By around year 2000, with advancement in DCS capability in handling large-scale integrations, complex hierarchical controls, and the wide adoptions of advanced process control in the process industry, it becomes feasible to monitor and control the entire complex, including on-site, off-site, marine operation, all under the same centralized location. Right? Some vendors call it the production management center, some vendors call it the integrated ops center. Now, these highly integrated operations become popular for all newly developed complex. And these highly integrated operations has further increased the operational efficiency. So now one panel operators will be able to monitor and control a much larger unit composing of 400 to 500 control loops. Now, the next level of automation technology advancement will be coming from digitalization. Now, digitalization will focus not just on the manufacturing sites, but beyond the manufacturing sites to look at the collaborations and workflow between the headquarters and the manufacturing site, between the logistic, like the terminal operation, with the manufacturing, as well as the suppliers and partners and customers. So the digital operation is not just about manufacturing alone, but manufacturing plus the operating envelopes. We have identified 3 drivers to drive the transformation. Number 1, digitalizations of value chains. Now, value chains can be vertically by integrating work processes across organization, from product development to planning and sourcing, manufacturing, and to sales and marketing. So this is vertically how we bring the corporates and the manufacturing together. Next is horizontally by integrating internal and external work processes with suppliers, partners, and customers. So this is about value chains. Next, digitalizations of products. Data on product usage and performance can be collected and analyzed for improvements. Now, third, digital business model. Now, in the digital world, they will be able to find new applications, new products, or new service. You can sell product as a service in the digital world. So this will be a new drivers for creating new growth for the organization. Next, let's look at NAMWA Open Architecture, which we believe is the foundations of digital operation. NAMWA is an international user association of automation technology and digitalization in the process industry. The NAMWA open architectures aim to make production data easily and securely usable for plant and assets monitoring and optimization. That is the objective on the developments of NAMA OA. The advancements in digital technologies such as smart sensor, mobile computing, and cloud, etc., the classic automation structure that is based on ISA 95 is insufficient to handle the additional data and information generated. So the NAMA open architectures addresses these limitations by adding an open and secure IT layer across the existing automation pyramids. In this way, it opens up the automation pyramids for wider applications development. Now, these slides give a more detailed view on the information flow of NAMA open architecture. The open and secure IT layer for monitoring and optimization is highlighted in the yellow box. You can find two yellow boxes on the diagram. The one on the left hand side is the plant specific. The one in the upper tier is the centralized layer or the enterprise layer. So the plant specific will be more for the plant specific applications, the enterprise layer for more enterprise applications. But from the picture you can see that the architectures allows you to access information from the existing automation pyramids, but also connecting new information, new devices like the wireless sensor, the IoT sensors to these IT platforms for more data, more precise data to conduct your monitoring and optimization application. The next is SUPCON's digital operation approach. Our basic approach is to think big, start small, and scale fast. We start the journey with our clients with a digital transformation workshop. Right? The key objective of the workshops are gaps identifications, sharing of best practices. Now, this sharing of best practices is among the participants. They are coming from different organizations, normally vertically, and also industrial best practices, which we will be providing. In this workshop, we will be visiting the organization objective, taking a deeper look into the purpose of that organization. And jointly, we will identify the bigger objective, so the think big parts, the bigger objective of the organization. Next is to understand the current situation. So that is the alignment part. Having have the objective, so how the organization, the technology, the process is being aligned. And through this exercise, normally we will be able to identify the gaps. And with all the gaps being identified, we will then decide jointly with all the participants the priority and urgency. Now, with the gaps identified, we can, in the workshop, or we go back to our office to develop the business case. Now, the business case will look at the tangibles and intangible returns and also revisit the objective alignments after we have developed the business case. This slide shows one of the outcome of one of the workshops we have conducted. Now, in this workshop, we have identified the major gaps. Now, in this case, these gaps are coming from the process and organization parts. And together with the participants, we have ranked them in priorities and urgency. So those gaps that are in high priority and high urgency, we should be developing the business case to try and address it. Now, after we look at the gaps and create the business case, we would like to share what will be our solutions portfolios. This slide shows the overview of our basic organizations of our portfolios. Basically, you can see it is very much similar to NAMWA OA, where we have a thin layers of kernels that allows open connections, open and secure connections with the automation pyramids, as well as connecting with the new sensor, especially the IoT sensors. And then on top of that kernel, we will be building our applications. And these applications will be able to address the gaps identified in the previous workshop. Now, this platform plus application is very suitable for agile development, and it will allow you to scale your solution much more rapidly across the entire organization. Similar to NAMWA open architecture, our platform also allows you to connect multiple sites together to the enterprise layer. So at the enterprise, you can look at the enterprise-wide application such as yield accounting, where you may want to compare the yield across multiple manufacturing sites, or asset performance monitoring types of applications. This slide shows the applications libraries, the assets performance monitoring, which is one of the applications, and we also support monitoring graphics and some of the units performance monitoring solutions that we have. Basically, SUPCON technology develops our applications by bringing together 5 different technologies. We call it the 5T. So the 5T refers to the process technology, equipment technology, operational technology, automation technology, and information technology. By bringing together these 5 technologies, we plan to build new applications, creating new values for our clients. Thank you very much.